stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, Allegheny campers, to another edition of Allegheny Morning Live. It is I, John Toothaker, and with that being said, let's get right into the news. Students taking Chinese are highly recommended to check announcements and assignments in Google Classroom on a daily basis. Please read the instructions first before working on those assignments and complete them in a timely manner. If you have any questions or concerns, Ms. Zhang is available to answer questions from 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. All work for this week is due at 12 a.m. Sunday. If you need deadline extensions, please let her know. Ms. Dunlap has offered a thought for today's Thoughtful Thursday. This is day 27 of our quarantine. We have been apart from our friends, away from our routine, and trying to find a new normal. Many feel that they are stuck at home with uncertainty of what our future holds. Today's Thoughtful Thursday challenge is to switch your mindset from being stuck at home to being safe at home. A quick turnaround of words can make your situation more bearable. Here's a thought. Change your thinking from I have to do this to I get to do this. Campers are determined. We are determined to get through this with positivity. Now let's check out the weather with Eric.
Hey everyone, here's your 5-day weather forecast for Cumberland, Maryland. Today we are going to see another chance of some showers, possibly even a thunderstorm. No severe weather is currently in the forecast for today. We will obviously see some clouds with any activity that comes over, but in the breaks of any activity we probably will become mostly sunny and clear up pretty nicely. Tonight, however, we will be mostly cloudy with more showers possible. We're going to become quite cold tonight, especially for April. Temperatures are at around freezing, a little bit above. We may see some snowflakes mixed in with any rain, especially for the higher elevations. But again, no snowfall accumulation for Cumberland, Maryland, and any accumulations up for the higher elevations should stay below an inch, and even pretty well below an inch. So tomorrow we will be mostly sunny. Again, we'll see a slight chance of some rain showers, maybe a little few flakes in the morning, but again, not really that big of a chance here. And again, we're going to be hovering just a little bit around freezing here. But we will be mostly sunny on Friday. Saturday, we will remain mostly sunny. Sunday, we will be mostly cloudy with a chance of rain showers. And then on Monday, we will be partly sunny with more rain showers possible. So, and now, here is a compilation from early Wednesday morning's severe thunderstorms that rolled through our area. Stay tuned, everyone. Hello everybody, we saw multiple rounds of showers and thunderstorms on Tuesday into early Wednesday morning. This was a pano that I took of a gorgeous double rainbow over West Side, Cumberland, Maryland, Tuesday evening after a kind of decaying band of showers and thunderstorms moved through. That wasn't it for the day, as later that night we saw a severe line of thunderstorms roll down through the area, and here is an HD time-lapse of the thunderstorm coming down into West Side, Cumberland, Maryland. This severe thunderstorm produced damaging winds, small hail, heavy rainfall, and frequent lightning, as you can see there. See the power lines being tossed around, the tree branches, the rain hitting the limbs there. This was a picture I caught of a spider lightning over West Side, Cumberland, Maryland, and the highlight of the damage that the line of severe thunderstorms produced was that it caused extensive wind damage to Penn Alps and the restaurant and Artesian Village right here. And I did a quick survey of the grounds right there. I stayed on the opposite side of the road so I can let the hardworking cleanup crew just do their jobs, but I still took some pictures to show you one. Right there you can see a worker carrying something, a log truck, and even a tree down on one of the buildings in the artesian village. There you can see one of the main buildings. You can see the trees snapped, all the limbs down. There's a limb on top of the building right there. Penthouse suffered extensive damage. And there you can see some trees snapped right there. So the National Weather Service, as far as I know, did not send a survey team. So that means I kind of believe that this winds was mainly just generated. This winds was just mainly straight line winds. It was damaging winds, but it was not tornadic. There were no tornado warnings issued for the line, and there are no confirmed tornadoes in our area. There were some confirmed tornadoes up close to Pittsburgh and off to our northwest, but again, no confirmed tornadoes for our area. But it was definitely a pretty intense line of thunderstorms early Wednesday. Again, you can go to weatherfix.net to see some more pictures I took of the damage and some of the reports I relayed, and you can always go to weatherfix.net to find weather updates. So again, that's all I got, everyone. Stay tuned.
Thank you so much, Eric. I'll send it over to sports with David.
Welcome back, everybody, to Sports in Quarantine. Now, today's episode is going to be very special. We're sponsored by my editor, Ricky Day, and you'll see why here in a moment. But we're just going to jump right into things as we normally do with our This Day in Sports, taking us all the way back to 1912. Now, in 1912, America's game is what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about baseball. The first exhibition game at the legendary Fenway Park between the Boston Red Sox and Harvard was played, and Boston won that game 2-0. Moving on from that, without a doubt, my favorite bit of sports news probably that I've ever been able to report. Dana White, commissioner of the UFC, is looking to secure a private island to host fights. Now, you know, if anyone's ever played Mortal Kombat, that's exactly what this sounds like, and I just think that's phenomenal. So, it's a horrible idea, but that's what the UFC is looking to do. Moving on from that, NFL news, we're going to be starting off with a feel-good story rather than jumping straight into actual news. So Myron Rolle, who was a 6th-round pick back in 2010, he played one season in the NFL for the Tennessee Titans. He got cut and then went to the Pittsburgh Steelers for their practice squad, didn't go anywhere. After that, he decided he was going to quit football, and he went to the Florida State University College of Medicine and then graduated in 2017. He's now on the front lines fighting the coronavirus, so shout out to him. He's a real hero. Thank you for what you're doing. So, moving on from that, the NFL All-Decade team was announced. Now, obviously, I don't have enough time to go through and name every player, so we're going to stick to the unanimous picks, which a lot of these, no surprise here. It's an All-Decade team for the 2010s. So starting out, the greatest player of all time, quarterback Tom Brady, defensive tackle Aaron Donald, defensive end J.J. Watt, kicker Justin Tucker, running back Adrian Peterson, offensive tackle Joe Thomas, offensive guard Marshall Yanda, and linebacker Von Miller. The Patriots had 8 players selected to the All-Decade team, which is more than any other team. And then the only player to be selected to 2 different positions was Darren Sproles, and he was selected to be a punt returner and an offensive flex player. Now, of course, because I'm a Bears fan, I'm going to bring up the 4 Bears players that made it. Now, the requirements for you to be considered a member of a team, for the final totals for what team had the most players, you had to play at least 1 game. That's why the Patriots have 8, because they would have 7 if you didn't count Antonio Brown, who played exactly 1 game for the Patriots. But because of that, the Bears had 4 players that made it, and that's, of course, the greatest return man of all time. Don't ever try to debate it. Devin Hester, Julius Peppers, Cordero Patterson, and of course, my favorite player in football currently, Khalil Mack. So, moving on from that, new jerseys have been announced for 2 different football teams. One looks really good, the other one looks absolutely awful. So starting out with the one that looks really good, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers announced their new jerseys, which should be a picture right here, or somewhere, hopefully right here. But they announced their new jerseys, and they look like the jerseys that they had in the early 2000s. They're going for a little bit of a throwback look, and they look really clean. They look really good. I cannot wait to see Tom Brady play in these jerseys. And moving on from that, the Atlanta Falcons announced their new jerseys, and they just look awful. They have a weird like gradient thing going on. They look straight up. The Carolina Panthers said it best. They look like Paul Crewe and the Mean Machine from the remake of the Longest Yard movie. So there should be a picture of them somewhere too. So I mean, you can see, if you have two eyes, you can see the difference between the two jerseys. One looks really good, one looks awful. But moving on from that, as I said, today's episode is sponsored by Ricky Day, my editor. So because of that, we're going to be talking about his favorite sports league, a sports league that he's wanted me to cover for a long time now. And now that sports are kind of dead and this one is somehow still going on, we're going to talk about it, and that's the MLF. Now, the MLF stands for Major League Fishing. Currently, there is one event going on in the MLF, and that is the 2020 Squincher Patriot Cup presented by Venmo on Fort Gibson Lake. Now, this event kicked off with 10 anglers, 10 participants, and after 3 periods of tough competition, only 6 pros are moving on to the sudden death rounds, and 4 have been sent packing. These 6 people moving on are Greg Vinson, Stephen Browning, Luke Clausen, Zach Burge, Brett Erler, and Jordan Lee. So congratulations to those 6. But, you know, the whole league isn't going on. There have been 2 events that have been postponed due to the coronavirus, and those 2 events are the 2020 Bass Pro Tour Berkeley Stage 4 presented by Covercraft in Raleigh, North Carolina, and the 2020 Bass Pro Tour Phoenix Boat Stage 5 presented by Mercury in Grove, Oklahoma. And then the next 2 events are supposed to happen at the end of this month and the beginning of next month. And those 2 are the 2020 Heavy Hitters presented by Venmo in Kissimmee Chain, Florida, and the 2020 Bass Pro Tour Stage 6 in Green Lake, Lake Winnebago. So if you're into Major League Fishing, then good news for you. It's still going on somehow. So that's all I got. Back to whoever's hosting.
Thanks, David. And here's a quick video from Emily on staying active.
Hey guys, it's Emily, and this morning I'm going to be talking to you guys about some of the things that you can do during this quarantine to stay active and stay healthy. So these are also some of the things that I do. So for me, what I just do usually is I just run because it's what I'm used to with cross country and track, and that's just what works best for me. So I'll run in the evenings, and then if you guys would say, you can still run outside. You can go for a walk, you can run outside, you can take your dog for a walk. You're still allowed to go outside and do exercise. But if you don't feel comfortable going by yourself, you can always take something like pepper spray. Sometimes I do that if I just go outside and I run and I'm by myself. And also, places outside to exercise are still open. Some of the things are. You're not allowed to go on school property, but you can still go on Frostburg State's track and say walk around that. Or Allegheny College is open also, so you can go around there and go for a walk, take your dog for a walk, or just run. But if you're not into running, walking, anything like that, you can still do sit-ups, you can do push-ups, you can substitute, say, like, unhealthy foods for healthy foods. Say, like, if you're craving ice cream, you can go and you can make a healthy smoothie instead. And you can also go for a bike ride. This is kind of like tagging off of what Eric did the other day. You can also go for a bike ride and just do whatever feels right to you. Exercise doesn't have to be like, feel like work. It's something that you enjoy. So whatever you enjoy, whatever you feel like is right for you and keeps you living a healthy lifestyle during this quarantine, because once this quarantine's over, you might be thanking yourself for that. So yeah, that's all I have, and hope you guys have a good day.
Thank you all, and that is all we have for today. We won't be broadcasting on Monday due to Easter. We will be seeing you again, though, on next Thursday. So stay healthy, Allegheny, and stay safe.